like to call the meeting, the county board, to order. Would you all please rise and recite with me the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for being here today. This is the July meeting, so we're better than halfway through the year, and I'm just stalling till Augie gets around. Mr. Clerk, will you call the roll? Good morning.
Farnham. Chittick. Ludington. Patrick.
Here.
Bruner.
Here.
Lorenzen.
Here.
Voigt.
Here. We do have a quorum, 5 out of 7. Okay, the first item of business we need a motion on is the minutes from June 12th, regular meeting. You've had those in your possession for a few days. What's your pleasure?
So moved.
Dan moves.
Second.
Phil seconds. Assume you're ready to vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Claims against the county. Likewise, you've had those in your possession for a few days. Are there any questions or clarifications needed from staff? Okay, hearing none, I'd accept a motion to approve the claims against the county, please.
So moved.
Derek moves.
Second.
Dan seconds. Further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. It does carry. Next item is county board claims. County board member claims, excuse me. You've had those likewise in front of you for a few days. Are there any questions? Hearing none, a motion to approve.
So moved.
Derek moves.
Second.
Bill seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. They are approved. Next, we come to the portion of the meeting for public comment. We ask that you identify yourself if you're going to make a comment, and that you maintain your comments to 5 minutes. Public comments, please. Hearing none, we'll move on to the first highway resolution. This resolution is granting setback variance for Effingham Equity for the said parcel in Edgar Township, County Highway 8, Horse Brockton Road, for the extension of an existing rail siding. We've had that discussion on Monday morning. You've got a diagram. What's your pleasure, gentlemen?
So moved.
Derek moves, Phil seconds. Any further discussion? Andy, are you okay with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a pretty high speed drawing, I mean,
Yeah.
that's all the answers right there.
Just went by the day to check on it personally. It's fine.
Nice.
Yep.
I was going 70, but
We'll say, did you get out measured?
You didn't run into a rail or anything, did you?
I hit it airborne.
All right. Mr. Clerk, the roll, please.
Ludington.
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Bruner.
Yes.
Lorenzen.
Yes.
It does carry. Thank you. Next, we had a vacancy appear for the Rides Mass Transit Board, and I'd like to appoint Scott Ball, who has graciously consented to fill out the term that expires 8/1/20. Motion to approve that appointment. Phil moves.
Second.
Dan seconds. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Next item is to reappoint Jeff Yoder to the North Fork Conservancy District, term to expire 8/21/24. Any discussion? Motion?
What is this?
The Conservancy District, it's an area that deals with water flow and
Southern Edgar County, northern Clark County.
right.
Okay.
And then every year, well, whenever there's an appointment, what's his name? William Mealing. I'm sorry, Richard Bernardoni. They have sent us a request after their board, just like the health board recommends. It's the same type of thing. We just, formality.
We have did we get a motion? We did not,
We
did we?
did not.
So moved. Derek moves. Andy seconds. Further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Jeff Yoder is appointed. Next, appoint Ned Helsley to the same agency, the North Fork Conservancy District, to finish out the term of R.G. Helsley, which expires on 8/21/23. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Dan moves.
Second.
Derek seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. He is appointed to fill out that term. Accept resignation of Merle Clark from the ETSB. We had that last meeting, but not in time to make it on the agenda. So we'd like to thank Mr. Clark for his efforts. He'd been on there since the very beginning, and we appreciate it. So is there a motion to accept his resignation?
So moved.
Andy moves, Derek seconds. Further comments? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We gratefully accept his resignation. I didn't mean to say it like that. We're not excited that we're accepting it, we appreciate his efforts. Okay, next item is to appoint Ben Lucan to fill out Merle's term on the ETSB for the term that ends 11/30/19. Motion?
So moved.
Dan moves. Andy seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. He is appointed to fill out the remainder of that term. Next, you have before you the 2020 holiday schedule that's basically set up by the courts, with the exception of us moving the holiday in January to Christmas Eve. Is there a motion to approve that holiday schedule, please?
So moved.
Derek moves. Phil seconds. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Okay, we come before to the part for officer department head reports. So, Samantha, do you have anything to report?
I don't. We've had a successful 30 days. We had our first ambulance committee meeting earlier in the month, and I haven't received any complaints, so happy with that.
Must be a hero.
Any questions, gentlemen? Hi, Angie. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you today?
I'm pretty good. Passable.
I don't really have anything to report today.
Do you have any questions of Angie? Oh, come on. Come up with a tough one, sir. All right. Tom, you must have a little bit to tell us out there at the airport. There's a lot going on.
Our project is very much ongoing. About 80% of the concrete has been poured. They can't pour the rest of the concrete until some electrical work is done, and that's supposed to happen today and the rest of this week.
And electricals, you say, is starting today?
Supposed to, yes.
All right, sorry. Okay, Jill?
Our cooling centers are up and running. We have them located all over the county, and due to all the heat, I guess. So, been working on that this morning.
Okay. So that's it.
Yep.
Gentlemen, do you have any questions?
What did you say is up and running?
Cooling centers.
Oh.
Yep, and it's supposed to get worse next
Ever
week.
get the door fixed up?
Probably not.
What
Is
about
it
the
fixed?
installation in the
Did
attic?
what?
No, none
No.
of that's fixed.
No door, no insulation, it's still there, yeah.
Okay, just ask.
Well, we're hoping once, I get to my 10-year mark, we might. Dina?
Our farmland hearing is Tuesday, July 30th. Brenda Matherly from the State Farm Bureau will be here to explain and to approve the 2020 farmland values. And also, just to make you aware, we've been with this CIC computer company that Augie and Dawn and I have been working with for the tax system. We are just starting this year with the new part of our piece of puzzle that is the Canvas system. So this is brand new, but is in addition to this computer system, it's what figures structures. We can plug in amenities and it will calculate for us, and it will use the newest schedules. The ones we're using right now are about 2009, so to be more up-to-date schedules, and then we will implement the system as we move through quad. So four of those townships will be implemented into the new system this year.
Questions, gentlemen? Sheriff?
I have nothing to add today. Thank you.
Nothing? Ken?
Please announce that the Board of Directors has appointed Jonathan Burns, HRC's Director of Continuous Quality Improvement, as HRC's new Executive Director. He'll start September 1st. And starting next month, I'm sure he'll try to make as many county board meetings as he can, his schedule will allow. He's on vacation this week. He figured he could get in while it was still an option.
Well, it's nice to have you here, and we appreciate all the information you provided us, okay? Don will not be here today. He's given me, which I've passed out to you, the current fund balances. We did not have to borrow any money. We have quite a bit of funds that are sitting there waiting to be deposited, including tax monies from the property tax. So we made it through another year. So, and some of the departments, we just got in their funds, so those will be distributed and beef up that 3,025.62. So, but that'll get us through till noon today, so we're good. I don't mean to make light, but things are coming together. Let's see, Augie?
Have nothing.
Have nothing? Okay. Does any board member have anything, questions or comments? Except Dan?
No, I just had the animal meeting last week. We had 50 cats come into the shelter, and Andrew got them all adopted out, which is good. It's hard to get rid of cats. I'd
Really?
take them, but I got mine full on Wood Street, so. Other than that, it's all right.
Andy, we did have SmartWatt here on Monday morning, which was a good thing. We spent a lot of time talking to them at the end of the meeting once we figured out who they were.
Okay.
And it was a good discussion, so.
I've been in touch with him a little, but I didn't know.
And we asked them to be representative at Dan's next board meeting so that we can clarify any questions and support the board's confidence in what was going on.
Okay.
I stopped in and talked to Janet yesterday morning. She's glad that they're
Yeah.
coming, so.
It puts a lot on us as lay people and not working to have them come out, and so they will be here. Phil?
Nope.
Eric?
This is separate, I was just checking my messages. I had asked for some information from, what's the other engineer we see the most of? Glasses, bald head.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
As long as guys in here fit that.
The SmartWatt engineer, about breaking out some other information, like as pertains to security fund. So if you're in touch with Barry, can you just ask for that again, because I never saw it.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise, we've pretty much got anything that I would cover through our various committees, so. I haven't heard anything more about the tank, we'll talk about it Monday, but have you heard?
No, we have not. I know that Barry has, and our on-site engineer have texted Foyt's a couple of times to get clarification on that, and we have not gotten any on the big tank, the 10,000 gallon tank, okay? So, but luckily with the electrical hopefully starting today, that'll be a big step forward. And nothing can be done as far as the big tank till all of the infrastructure is finished on electrical anyway.
Sure, it'd be nice for it to be sitting, waiting.
Right,
Anything else to be done.
absolutely, especially since we're about 10 days late at this point.
Right. I guess the other question just pops in my head. Do we know cure time, what that was passed to us as far as how long that would take?
Well, there's 3 different cure tests, 3-day, 14-day, and 28-day.
Right.
Okay.
So we passed the 14,
Yeah.
well, we're just at the
We're
14.
right at it.
Basically, we won't have that open for any traffic, because I assume that probably in the next 14 days, we're gonna have sprayers potentially.
Possibly. Of course, it's going to be an unusual season due to the early planting, late planting, no planting, and so forth.
It's gonna be bifurcated.
Whoa.
Bifurcated?
Can you say that?
Yeah, that's the word for the day,
Say that again.
bifurcated.
I didn't catch it.
I don't know if I
Okay.
could say that.
Any issues there as far as, Tom, as far as our contract sprayers? That's all, from what we've heard from everybody, we're good there.
I didn't hear the first part there.
Just as far as our sprayers that are coming in, have you been in contact with them? We're all on the up and up.
We've sent our standard letter out requesting their licenses, insurance verification, so forth, but nobody has replied on any. And I also asked for dates, since our project is ongoing, so that we can manage spots for everyone.
Yeah, for sure.
But no one's replied yet.
Okay, that's all I got. You guys are whispering a lot
Yes,
today.
they are. What's going on?
Hey, that's not your business.
Okay.
Holding hands next.
One of the things that did come before us is the Bushu issue needs to be decided. We have a contract coming up next
It's
month.
bifurcated.
So we need for the committee to come up with some recommendations or questions so we know for the next 2 study sessions. Okay, and then also a determination on whether we're going to bid out the general liability policy. We have not bid that out for 2 years. And it might be, we need to talk to our agents, we need to talk to whatever advice we can get to see whether that would net us some
Savings.
some gains and so
Do you
forth.
recall what the last gap was on that? How long we went between?
I think it was 17, 18 is when we did it.
Yes.
Yeah, and we
We're ready for our 3rd year with ICR.
normally don't,
I don't know how, prior
Okay.
to 17, 18, I don't know how long
Yes,
it
it would
was.
have been December 1 of 17.
yeah,
No, yeah.
18, 19.
Well, I recall these discussions before, and we talk about, there is a balance between having it rebid, and giving it time to.
Well, considering some of the efforts, and I guess we need to know, how are we doing on the computer system as far as getting guys to, I mean, we need to know what's gonna net us the best result, given that we have testing and we can prove that we're doing training in the areas that they've suggested. Have we done much with
Yeah,
that
we've
yet?
got that going now. I can't tell you what all, who's took what lessons and stuff yet, but going and buy some of the stuff at that training thing last month that I kind of prioritized 3 or 4 of the top things.
Well, we need to hit it hard in the next probably 6 weeks, but I think we need to find out, it would be, I mean, if we need to bid it out, we need to bid it out.
Right.
But what is gonna net us out, given the stuff that we've done, the best results? Okay?
Right. And I suppose that's just, we'll probably get with the sheriff and see, the fact that he went to that meeting helps find out where we are on some of his programs that have been done on the computer, and then probably get with
Brothers Crew.
Austin and say, this is what we've done, it's gonna be better to bid it out.
Well, and I think we need to get down into the weeds with some of the guys. I mean, we need some practical testing actually showing, not just Jeff going to the meetings.
Right.
I mean, to really show
Right.
that there's a sincere,
Effort.
profound effort on our part to improve the knowledge in everybody's minds on how to mitigate a lot of these issues. And I don't know whether we're there yet, so.
Okay. We need to check.
There's something stipulated on how often we have to do it, there is a requirement somewhere.
I think.
Right.
Well, Bushu said, and he just let me know that was the secret this time. Every 3 years is recommended. And that's, remember, we had a court case involving that here, what, 2-3 years ago? Where we were sued because we weren't doing it the right way, so that kind of
So I don't
clears
see
it up.
any reason why we would go above and beyond the
I'm just-
recommendation, and in fact, it probably would hurt us, so.
It's just a question that, and they may say, but we need to ask the question.
Right.
Okay, and they may say, no, there's an advantage now because this, and this has
Right.
happened. Or they may say, no, since you're actually doing these things, you need to hang out for another year. I don't know.
All right, that's what we need to ask.
We need to,
Schedule insurance committee.
yeah, you want to schedule an insurance committee meeting and invite the sheriff and the agents and et cetera. And I at this point, I would also include Good, just to, we're getting real
Get that
close.
working too.
Yes, I think that we need to start thinking about a meeting with representatives of the employees and et cetera, so they realize that we are in fact looking at those things. Kurt should have some idea and experience of what some of the other agencies are experiencing too. So, okay? So if you would work with Augie in getting the insurance committee set up and going here in the next couple of weeks, I think that would be wise. And then, plus you need to make a recommendation on Bushu, okay? And those will be on the agenda for the August meeting. Any other officer or department head have anything to add? Okay, we have a need for closed session to review session minutes and review pending litigation with the state's attorney coming down. So do I have a motion to go into closed session for the purposes of reviewing minutes and pending litigation?
So moved.
Derek moves,
Second.
Andy seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We'll take a short break and the clerk can call the state's attorney and then we'll get set up. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, we're back live.
Okay, we need a motion to, let me get the right
Oh, yeah.
terminology here. On the, holding the closed session minutes, keeping them closed. We need a motion on that. Derek moves, Andy seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Derek moves, Andy seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Basically, I'm gonna go back to Ben and Scotty,
You can kill it.
and if they want to, the state's attorneys, if they want to follow up so that this is not being taken